All right, guys. So welcome to TGIM. You've got me tonight.
How do you put over here normally, Jared? Do you just listen for yourself?
I'm just going to mute you. Or if you can mute yourself.
It's going to stay instead of losing it.
You, Janice. All right. So welcome to TGIM. Tonight, so lately I've been reading, listening to an audio book by Grant Cardone. It's called The 10X Rule. So I've got a lot of this stuff that I'm going to go through with you guys from there, plus some stuff from my own head. So if you haven't read or listened to The 10X Rule, I would definitely recommend that you do because it's absolutely amazing. But what I'm going to be talking about is taking action to move you towards your goals. So first of all, I just want to talk about success. So the definition of success is different for everybody, and that depends on obviously your personality, your age, so where you are at in your life, what your goals are, and what your focus is on at the moment in your life. So, for example, as a child, success might be getting to stay up, that extra hour at night time. That's success, right?
Not doing poo in your nappy.
Yes, not doing a poo in your nappy, says Carl. Thank you. Great. As a teenager, success might be sneaking out and your parents not finding out. Not that I ever did that. Mum and dad. In your 20s, it could be, buying your first house and furnishing it. That's successful to you. In your 30s, it might be getting married, having a family, that kind of stuff. So it's all different depending on where you're at in your life and what your goals are at that moment. So there's different aspects to success as well. So things like financial success, health success, family and relationships. So it's all these different areas that we can look at in terms of how successful you are. So what I want you guys to do right now, including you, Cole, you have to do this, is write down what does success mean to you right now, where you're at in your life. So it's going to be different to everyone. But what's the first, there might be different aspects, but what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you, what's success to you? If you were to achieve X, you would feel successful. So write it down. Did you write it down? Good go. All right. So once you've written that down, I'm going to go on to talking about goals. So again, like I said, this is coming from the book, The 10X Rule. So it's important that we set massive goals, so 10X goals. So anything that you wrote down as what would make you successful, you need to 10X that, so times 10 that, right? So make it bigger. So this is not taught in schools or unis. There's also like a lot of other motivational speakers that'll say, don't set your goals too high. They need to be reachable and achievable. They can't be like unrealistic goals. But even if you come up short, if you set a really massive goal and you come up short, then you'll still achieve more than if you set a smaller goal that you think that you can achieve. So for example, just say to be successful, I would earn $50,000 this year. So I'm going to times 10 that, 10x it, and make it 500 grand this year. Okay, massive. So even if I don't hit that 500 grand, I'm going to take more action. I'm going to put more thought into it. I'm going to put more energy towards it than I would if I had have set my 50K goal. So in turn, I'm going to have more success than if I set it too low. Does that make sense? Yeah. So there's some common mistakes with goal setting as well. So there's 4 that Grant Cardone touches on. The first mistake is setting goals too low. The second one is underestimating how much energy it'll take to achieve your goals. Number 3 is spending too much time being focused on being competitive rather than dominating in whatever you're going for, whatever area of your life. And number 4, I'm just muting whoever that was. There we go. That's right. Yeah, it's all good. Number 4 was the fourth common mistake that people make with their goal setting is underestimating the amount of challenges or adversity that you're going to come across on your way to achieving your goals. So you need to be prepared for the challenges, expect them, and then when they come along, you won't just give up. So most people set goals according to what other people deem as normal out there in the real world. So for example, like I said before, a goal to be successful would maybe to be earning $50,000 this year. That's pretty average, right, these days? So I'm going to times 10 that. So like I said, I'm going to put more thought into it, more energy, more action, and we need to be willing to do the things that most people won't do. So if you want an above average income, for example, you need to be prepared to do above average work and above average effort into it. So you need to think 10 times bigger and take 10 times the action to everybody else out there in the real world. So don't underestimate what you're capable of either, guys. So most people out there, and probably most people on this call, are not living anywhere near their true potential in their life, if you're to be honest with yourself. So if you want to be extraordinary, so just look at that word extraordinary. It's extraordinary. You need to do more than the ordinary. For example, if you Taz is like, good one. For example, so I'm going to use some examples here. I don't know where you're at in your life, what you do for work, what your goals are or anything. So just apply whatever I'm talking about into what suits you. So I'm going to use a weight loss example and then an example for me because I'm trying to grow my business. So 2 examples. The first one, just say you're wanting to lose weight and be in the best shape of your life. So for example, for us, we have, most people have 2 shakes a day. So that's what we say for losing weight, and maybe work out 3 to 4 times a week. So that's what most people do. If you want to be more than ordinary, why not have 3 shakes a day and work out every single day? So you're going to be doing more than what normal people would do to reach that goal. Another example, so for me, want to get to the next level in the marketing plan in Herbalife. So ordinary people out there might be talking to 5 people a day and doing 50 posters a week. So if you want to be extraordinary, if you've got massive goals, which we should be, maybe talk to 10 people a day and put out 200 posters a week. Yeah, so we're going to do mass action. So just be warned that people may think that you're a little bit weird when you do stuff that's not, run-of-the-mill stuff. They might think that you're obsessed. This is a good thing. You're getting noticed. You're different. So you don't want to be just like everyone else. You want to be different. You want to be extraordinary. The next thing I want to talk about is consistency. So it's all well and good to have, do some mass action, but if you're not consistent with it, you're not going to see the results that you're after. So we need to take these 10x actions every single day. So even when you think you've reached your initial goal, for example, again, if just say my goal is to lose 20 kilos or find the perfect life partner, good timing for you to walk past. If you stop working on these goals, your initial success that you feel will fade, okay? So if you get to your goal weight and you've lost your 20 kilos, you feel successful. So you've reached your goal, awesome. But if you go back to your old ways of life, your old eating habits, not exercising, you're going to put weight back on, right? With the life partner thing, if you find your life partner, you get married, that honeymoon period ends and you stop working on your relationship, then that success that you felt at the start of finding a life partner is going to fade because you're not working on it every single day. Okay? Another one, this is one Grant Cardone used. I thought it was good. If you mow the lawn, you do it and you feel successful because you mowed the lawn, right? But it grows back. So if you don't do it again, that success that you felt when you mowed the lawn is going to fade. But that was a pretty easy one to understand.
Dishes,
Good one. And the dishes. Coldest in my dishes. That's a shot at you, Taz. No, it's not. Herbalife Nutrition. Actually, let's try it. Okay, so daily disciplines, guys. So these are the things that you do consistently that are moving you towards your goal that you do every single day. So for me, my daily disciplines are my personal development every single morning without fail. If I don't get it done in the morning, I'll do it, when Taz goes to work and things settle down. I exercise every day. And like I said, I start 10 new conversations every day with people. So that's my business goal. It's Tash. Oh. It was Tash. So these are things that I do every single day because I have big goals and I want to be consistent every single day. So if I miss one day, so just say I miss one day of my personal development, I probably won't see a lot of consequences. I just pick it up again. But if I miss 2 or 3 days in a row, then I can feel it. Like my mindset starts to slip. Negative Nancy comes back. You don't want to meet Negative Nancy. I start to feel less energized. So if I'm not exercising every day, I'm not as strong. And with the business stuff, if I'm not having those conversations every day, my business stops growing. So I know that I need to be really consistent to be able to reach my goals. So if your goal is success, the most important element you need to have is massive action and effort done consistently. So if you take enough consistent, massive action, your skills, education, past, people you know, confidence, all that stuff won't matter. Okay, so now I've just written down some stuff so things to help you take action. So the first thing that I think helps me is being prepared. So preparation. So again, I'm going to use the example of losing weight. So your goal is to lose weight. You know what you need to do to get there. So eat healthy, exercise regularly. So we need to be prepared so that we take the action. What I like to do, what I have done in the past, is if I'm going to the gym with Cole super early in the morning, I'll either lay out my gym clothes next to my bed and have my runners there as well. Or sometimes I'll sleep in my gym clothes. So I'm prepared, okay? So it's just little things like this. They're laughing at me. Little things like this that you're more likely to take action the next day, okay? So I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. I don't even have to think about it. Is that Tash as well saying, ew? It's not ew. It's clean when I put it on. I sweat when I'm sleeping. The other thing is with your supplements and stuff and your meals. So Cole and I did a big meal prep. Check out our Instagram if you didn't see that. Did a big meal prep thing yesterday. So being prepared with your meals and your eating, all your tablets and that kind of thing, having your shake stuff there. So just being prepared. My other goal, so growing my business. So just say I'm wanting to earn that 500K this year. Massive goal. So I'm consistently talking to 10 new people every single day. To be able to do that and make me do it, so to help me take action, I need to be prepared. So I have all my flyers and my posters and everything printed out on a Sunday, ready to go for the week ahead. So I also have them in my handbag and in my car. So wherever I go, I've always got something there. So I'm always prepared. The other thing that you need to be prepared for are setbacks and challenges. So anything worthwhile, so all of your big dreams and goals, if it's big enough and it's worthwhile to you, it isn't going to be smooth sailing all the time. So there's going to be some hard times in there. So again, the example of weight loss. You need to prepare for those, days when you're craving the bad foods. You might have a cheat meal, that kind of thing. And you need to have a plan for what you're going to do when those things happen to you. So, for example, you might go for a walk, have some extra water. Hi, Tash. Hello. Just waving at me. Have some extra water. Make healthy alternatives. So for me, with the weight loss thing, this is off topic, but that's okay. It might help someone. I have a lot of like chocolate cravings, so I'll make herby chocolate and that kind of stuff. So always having, I'm prepared for those times when I might crave the bad things. So I'm prepared and I'm ready for it. So don't be too hard on yourself either if you do fall off the wagon a little bit with your healthy eating. Just reset and get back to good habits for your next meal. My other example is, so growing my business. We need to be prepared for people not believing in us. We need to be prepared for people saying no. We need to be prepared for people quitting within our business. Team management issues and all that sort of stuff. All that stuff is going to happen. So we just need to be ready for it, I guess. So expect that they're going to happen. So for me, every time I face a problem or a challenge in my business, I think in my brain, I'm like, and I wasn't always like this. It's just sort of a recent thing. But I think, awesome. That's like one more challenge that I'm going through to lead me to my ultimate goal. So for me, I think that all the problems or challenges or whatever you want to call them are like what we need to go through to get to our next step or get closer to our goals. So I'm always thinking, if I'm not where I want to be yet, it's because I haven't gone through enough crap yet. Cool. And once you switch that mindset, like that thinking, then there's no real problems in your life because, you're growing anyway. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good.
Lows are where the growth takes place.
Yes, lows are where the growth takes place. Okay. A couple of other things. So not worrying about what other people think. So I've heard this so many times. Lots of people tell me this is the main reason that they don't take action. Bless you. So I don't know if you guys can relate to this at all. So for me, my advice is to get back to your goals and your why. So if your goals are big enough and your why is strong enough, you'll take action anyway. So you'll get to a point where you're actually wanting or looking for opportunities to be different and stand out. So to be a little bit weird and extraordinary. This obviously gets back to the 10x mindset as well. So we're doing more and being more than the average person. So we don't want to be normal. We don't want to be average. We want to be more than that. So if you want to be more successful, you want to be more wealthy, more healthy than most people, then you've got to do more of what the normal people won't do. The other thing I think about is what if. So not what if this person says no, what if, they think I'm weird, but what if I actually change this person's life and their family and friends? What if this is the person that makes a massive impact in their community and really makes an impact? So I always play that what if game, but I sort of reverse it. And the last thing, maybe not the last thing, but I think it's really important to get out of your comfort zone to step up and have a no excuses attitude. So I know we're pretty big on this. A lot of my girls are always stepping out of their comfort zone, which is awesome. Taz is watching the footy. So the only way we're going to progress in whatever it is that we're going after in life is to grow as a person. So the best way to do this is through stepping out of our comfort zone and taking action. So the actual act of action taking is going to cause growth. So I like to get out and go after my goals, and not only that, we want to 10x it. So if you're scared to go to the gym, for example, I've got written here, put on your big girl pants, think about your goals, get back to your why are you doing this, and go to the gym. For example, if you're afraid to talk to strangers in the street, put on your big girl pants or big boy pants. Be prepared for some people not to be interested. Be prepared for people to ignore you and whatever, and hit the streets and just do it. So you'll do it. You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel like an idiot. You'll stuff things up. You'll, jumble your words up. You'll go bright red. You might, hopefully you don't, what's the thing? Sneeze and fart at the same time or something. You'll grow, you'll learn, and then you'll do a little bit better the next time. Shart. Thank you. Shart. Hopefully you don't do that. You'll stuff things up, you'll grow, you'll learn, and you get better. So each and every time you do it. And I guess having that no excuses attitude as well. So if your why is strong enough, your goals are big enough, you know what success looks like for you, and you know what you need to do to be able to achieve your goals, then there should be no excuses. So, for example, for me, my goal is like financial freedom for Taz and me and the boys. So my aim at the moment is 50 posters a week. I'm going to 10x that. But at the moment it's 50 posters. And on Saturday, I hadn't done any posters yet. It was really rainy here. And I had both boys with me because Taz had to go play football. So I knew that I had to get these 50 posters out. So I could have used having the boys, it being raining as my excuse. But instead, Tash Bale. Instead, I use that as my reason, okay? So I'm doing this for my boys. So I'm not going to use the fact that I've got my boys as my excuse not to go out and do something when I'm doing it for my boys. That makes sense. So long story short, we went into Wang, did the posters, felt really good, talked to heaps of people. The boys helped me, which was awesome as well. That's another tip. Use your kids because they're cute. People like talking to them. And we got our 50 posters in. So, in summary, if you know what success looks like to you, your goals are big enough, your why is strong enough, if you take massive action consistently, so each and every day, having those daily disciplines, you're prepared, you get out of your comfort zone and step up, then anything is achievable for you guys. Sit. So I got.
Is that all?
That was a lot. That's a lot, wasn't it? Cool. Do you guys have any questions? Yes, of course you do. Great. I'll just wait patiently for them. Do you have any questions?
If you have a day when you don't talk to 10 people, then do you add that on to the next day?
I do, but I don't really have days where I don't talk to 10 people because there's always online and it takes like 10 minutes. Good one. Bianca, it was awesome. Thank you. So yeah, Cole's question was, if you didn't hear it, if you don't do 10 people one day, do you add it on to the next day? And I said, yes, I would, but there's not many times when I don't do 10 because even if I'm just home all day, I'll just do online stuff. Super easy, no excuses. Where is a moment in your life where you had to apply the times 10 rule and what was the positive outcome? Like an example of where you weren't and then bang, you started and what was the result? What?
So when did you start to use it and what did you get out of it?
Probably my biggest, probably when I started to times 10 thing was when I went active world team. So I don't know if we're all in Herbalife, but it's just a position on the marketing plan. And it was literally I had to do like a lot of work in like 12 hours. And I did it and helped my team members along the way as well. So we probably times 100 in those 12 hours. And I moved up the marketing plan. So I achieved my massive goal then. Yep. Any other questions? Do you have any other ones? You're good at questions. You're question master. What's an example of a goal you set then times 10 it? Oh yeah. Where you were shooting too low. So I think that even now, like in the past month or so, I think probably my goals have been too low. So I have ramped it up, and I sort of went off track a little bit, was a bit sidetracked, and my why wasn't too clear. So I've really reassessed because we've got some things coming up next year. So I guess my why was really strong, and I have like specific goals and a time frame as well. I guess the time frame definitely helps. So yeah, just readjusted, refocused, and smashing it now. Good. What do you consider as success? Ooh, well, I guess it depends what area of my life it is, but for me, like for example, if I'm wanting to have get X amount of work done, business, health and happiness. So health is like if I'm exercising every day and I'm on point with my nutrition every day, I feel like that's success because I'm moving towards my ultimate goal of being the best version of me, I guess. It's a good one, wasn't it? Happiness. Well, I think with my happiness, I'm successful if I do my PD every day. If me and Taz are getting along well, if Cole's like, if Cole and I are in a good spot. What's this thing? So, yep, if I'm around good people as well, if I've got some great people in my life, got some good team around me and that kind of thing, I think that I'm successful with my happiness. And with my business, as long as I'm moving towards my goals each and every day and ticking things off, so I make the imperative and important list every day. If I'm ticking them off, then each and every day I know that I'm one step closer to my goal. So I guess I feel successful if I do that. Oh, what? No.
When you say be prepared for people will say no,
yep.
What do you say in your head when they say no? So what do you tell yourself?
What do I tell myself?
Yep.
Okay, so the question was, the question from Cole was, if I said to be prepared for people to say no, so what do I say in my head when they say no to me? I used to get really uncomfortable and be like, oh my God, they just said no, and like go back to the center and just hide it out. But now I'm kind of like, I kind of feel a little bit sorry for them because I know what I've got to offer. So I guess my belief is so strong and I know the good stuff we have to give people that I do feel a little bit sorry for them, but I don't let it get me down. So I'm sort of like, next. bad luck for them. Yeah. How have you times 10 your effort from when you said you made the adjustments from last month? So I guess I'm just really sticking to my goals every single day. So there's 10 conversations with new people every day. And I've got a bit more structure with how I keep track of things as well. So I've been able to see, because I'm using the 20, what do you call it, circle sheet thing for my business. And I found that that's really helped me see that I didn't have a lot of clients last month. So, yeah, just getting out there and doing more conversations, inviting more, just getting back to basics, really. It's all about inviting, isn't it, really? Yeah. So just having more conversations, doing more posters, more flyers. Okay, I'm done. Love you from Tash. Love you, Tash. Anyone else? No one else? All done, all through? You done, Cole?
Done, yeah.
All right, awesome. Cool, guys. Have an amazing night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.